Newsflash takes off here in Africa with Rwanda Air's implementation of its GDS booking policy. The airline says its main purpose of this is to reduce the costs associated with booking malpractices and seat spoilage that have a damaging impact on its overall business. The airline says it will work closely with travel agencies and maintain a mutually beneficial partnership to ensure the booking policy works. On the foreign scene, Russian aviation company Irkut has unveiled its new medium-range passenger plane MS-21 in the Siberian city of Irkutsk. Prime Minister Mr. Dmitry Medvedev at the event expressed hope that the aircraft will find customers. Members of the Irkut company, which among others construct Su-30 fighter jets, said the new plane is not only lighter and stronger, but will also exceed customers' comfort expectations. The Deputy Technical Director in charge of the MS-21 program, Nikolai Medvedev, said, "You can recall how the light attendant's trolley never leaves room for a passenger to pass by. It will in our plane." The Irkut company is launching 2 new types of aircraft that are designed to carry a maximum of 165 and 211 passengers respectively. The company says their flight range is more than 6,000 kilometers. Staying with airlines, this time on industrial action, where Air France pilots have embarked on a 4-day strike over pay cuts that could disrupt transport plans for football fans during Europe's soccer championship. Air France, part of Franco-Dutch Group, said it estimated that about 25% of its pilots will strike. Union SNPL said 70% of pilots will not show up. Air France said in a statement that it was operating 83% of flights, 93% of the long-haul flights from Paris, 91% of its domestic flights, and 73% of its medium-haul flights to and from Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport.
Unnecessary and excessive because it seems to me that the unions are striking for very little reason and unreasonable in the international context.
The airline has said it will strive to ensure minimal disruptions to flights serving cities hosting Euro 2016 soccer matches. Air France said the 4-day walkout over pay cuts would cost the airline about €5 million each day. The strike was called by unions SNPL, which represents more than half of the airline's pilots and staff, which represents about a quarter after negotiations this week collapsed. The pilot strike comes amid weeks of nationwide protests against plans to reform France's strict labor laws, which have blocked refineries, disrupted rail travel, and left garbage piling up on the streets of Paris. Staying with industrial actions, pilots at Swedish airline SAS have continued their strike on Saturday after previous wage talks broke down. The strike affected thousands of passengers as scores of domestic and European flights were cancelled. According to the Swedish Pilots Union, pilots who are members of the union working on short-haul flights with their home base at Stockholm's Arlanda Airport are on strike. Long-distance flights will continue as planned, SAS said in a statement. passengers who were due to fly to Italy felt bad over the effect of the strike.
Really, it's a big trouble because we are on vacation with we are four people, four friends that we have some reservations for the next days, and we are not going to do. I can't imagine that this situation couldn't happen in this country.
Why so?
I'm from South America. I think in another Latin American country could be possible, but not here in Scandinavia.
If no deal is reached, soccer fans bound for the Euro 2016 tournament may be affected.
The Airbus A380, also called the Super Jumbo, is a double-deck, wide-body, four-engine jet airliner manufactured by Airbus. It's the world's largest passenger airliner, and the airports at which it operates have upgraded facilities to accommodate it. The aircraft was initially named Airbus A3XX and designed to challenge Boeing's monopoly in the large aircraft market. The Super Jumbo made its first flight on April 27, 2005 and entered commercial service in October 2007 with Singapore Airlines. And as at the end of 2008, 890,000 passengers had flown on 2,200 flights, totaling 21,000 hours. What makes the aircraft unique include its upper deck extends along the entire length of the fuselage, with a width equivalent to a wide-body aircraft. This gives the A380-800's cabin 478 square meters of usable floor space, 40% more than the next largest airliner, the Boeing 747-8. The aircraft provides seating for 525 people in a typical 3-class configuration or up to 853 people in an all-economy class configuration. The A380-800 has a designed range of 15,000 kilometers, sufficient to fly non-stop from Dallas to Sydney, and a cruising speed of about 900 kilometers per hour at cruising altitude. As of June 2015, Airbus had received 317 firm orders and delivered 165 aircraft, with Emirates Airlines having the most A380s on order, with 140 and 60 delivered. Airbus delivered the 100th A380 on March 14, 2013 to Malaysia Airlines. At the moment, Malaysia Airlines is putting some of its aircraft on sale following its bad year. By June 2014, more than 65 million passengers had flown the A380. The A380's wing is sized for a maximum takeoff weight, over 650 tons, to accommodate these future versions, albeit with some strengthening required. The A380 also includes wingtip devices similar to those found on the A310 and A320 to reduce induced drag, increasing fuel efficiency and performance. The A380 cabin has features to reduce traveler fatigue, such as a quieter interior and higher pressurization than previous generations of aircrafts. It has 50% less cabin noise, 50% more cabin area and volume, larger windows, bigger overhead bins, and extra headroom versus the 747-400. The A380's upper and lower decks are connected by two stairways, fore and aft, wide enough to accommodate two passengers side by side. This cabin arrangement allows multiple seat configurations. The maximum certified carrying capacity is 853 passengers in an all-economy class layout. The Hamburg Aircraft Interiors Expo in April 2015 saw the presentation of an 11-seat row economy cabin for the A380. Airbus is reacting to a changing economy. The recession, which began in 2008, saw a drop in market percentage of first-class and business seats to 6%, and an increase in budget economy travelers.
This is our final destination on this edition, but as always, we welcome your suggestions and comments via our feedback platform. I'm Bukola Joe Oketumbi.